Hi everyone, I'm happy to be here and I'm grateful that Winnie invited me to speak among inspiration women. My name is a precious Kaniki and I'm HIV positive. I've been living with HIV for past 14 years now. For 7 years, I was in denial and I couldn't accept that I'm HIV positive. It was a rough journey and lack of better terms, all I thought about was dying. uh, I thought my life had no meaning and there is no light at the end of the tunnel. In 2014, I got very sick, very, very sick, and I was weighing about 37 kg. And I just told myself that, okay, this is enough. Like, my goodness, it's been past 7 years and I'm not dying. So I went back to the clinic with the encouragement from my family to join a support group, surprisingly. So when I went back to the clinic, I told them like, I'm done being a bad girl. I want to be a good girl. So you guys can do what you can. I'll do my part. Then I joined the support group, and later on I started volunteering at the clinic where I was getting my medicine from. And I think at that point everything changed, because when you go to a clinic, you get your medicine, off you go. You don't see what happens after other people comes in. Or okay, I've gotten my medicine, I'm all good, I'm going. And when I started volunteering at the clinic, I think everything changed, because I started spending time more at the facility, and I met a lot of young people like me who were in denial. And every time a young person walks into the clinic, I just saw myself in them. Like, especially if they were poor in adhering their treatment. And I'll be like, my goodness, if this girl, this young man, this adolescent who's come to the facilities, nobody will be there for this person, they waste more years than I did. And probably they might even die. So from then, I started talking more to young people. So if I walked into the clinic, as long as they've reached, I would tell them about me, my names, I would ask for their phone number, and later on, I created a WhatsApp group for young people living with HIV. And that was 2014. I think in 2016, I even came out public with my status. And a lot of people ask me, why did you come out public with your status? There's always a reason, I tell them, and a lot of people ask me, why did you come out public with your status? There's always a reason, I tell them, and that is, there's always that person out there in the corner feeling like the whole world has clashed because they are living with HIV, because they have been found with a positive results of HIV. And I wanted, even up to now, I want to remind someone out there that it's okay to have those feelings, to feel like the world is crashing on you, like to have that fear that you're going to be rejected, like you're not good enough, probably that feeling of guilt conscious, saying I'm HIV positive, maybe because it's partially my fault. And other people, they blame their parents, saying, why didn't my parents not careful and whatnot. I always remind those people having those feelings to say, It's okay to have those feelings, it's okay to have those emotions, but the harsh truth is, it doesn't matter how you become positive. What matters is, how are you living your positive life? Believe me, even if you get the HIV from all various of mode of transmission, at the end of the day, we all go queue up and get our medication, and probably the challenges are the same. As long as you are on treatment, you're on medication, especially to young people, to adolescents, it's a tough journey. And I'm always talking about HIV because, believe me, in the society we are living in, the stigma is not there. The stigma is in our homes. The stigma is in our close relatives, close friends. And it's very shocking that on social media, people tend to talk good things about HIV. Probably they would say it's just like any other disease and whatnot. So yes, I've been advocating for good adherence, positive living, and the most important thing is not being ashamed about being HIV positive. Because if you're not being ashamed, you're going to adhere to your treatment and you're going to have a viral suppression of undetectable. And I'm a new mom, my baby is just 2 weeks old, and I want to tell um, my fellow women, my fellow ladies out there living with HIV, that being HIV positive doesn't mean you can't have a family, you can't have that child. No, it's all about, if it comes to relationship, I know relationship and HIV, it's a broad topic. All I can say is we need to change a narrative on how we disclose our HIV status to our potential partners. For example, you can start a conversation saying, I'm precious, I'm HIV positive, and I have an undetectable viral load. Like, you just have to be firm, because if you go there pitching yourself, no, I'm HIV positive, it was my mom, or it was this guy, you are even tearly, you are scaring this potential partner of yours. But if you have enough information about HIV, it's easy to disclose. Let me not go into that topic, but what I want to tell that woman out there who's recently got to know about their HIV status and want to have a child is, please do have a whole lot of information about how to take care of yourself and having that negative child. I've got a lot of people who comes after they've given birth and says, so what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be given prevention for the baby? How long should I take how long should I give my child medication? Do I have to change my medicine? But I know the whole 9 months, it's a hell. Let me not choose hell as a big word. Maybe because I experienced that myself, but that's okay. The whole 9 months can be overwhelming. But in as much as you are overwhelmed in your 9 months, you need to have all lot information. Prevention for the child. How long should I give? Am I going to have a C-section? Am I going to have a normal delivery? These are decisions which you have to make and decide with your partner or yourself. Am I going to give formula to the child? If I start giving formula to the child, am I going to be managing that? At the end of the day, regardless of what you are going to do to have those measures taken in place, there's just one goal. We don't have to be having children living with HIV even in our hairline. It's 21st century, and it's heartbreaking to see a child, an adolescent, uh, being put on treatment, and it's heartbreaking because that period is very tough. And believe me, if the mother was um, was not put on treatment or denied treatment for some reasons they had, and their child is HIV positive, now you have to get to take your medication yourself and give to the child, which is very, very overwhelming. So it's very possible, if this is something you can't handle, go to the facility. We have a lot of counselors there. They can connect you to mothers who've been HIV positive, and their babies are all well, they're negative. How did they do it? At the end of the day, you need to take that first step of being there for yourself, and a lot of other people, it's going to be easy to be there for themselves. So yes, I can go on, but I was just given 7 minutes. I'm looking at my time, it's already 9 minutes. I just want to tell every young person living with HIV that it's your life, it's your health, it's your responsibility. Being HIV positive doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Being HIV positive give you that empowerment, that will to live and say, I know my HIV status. How am I going to take care of myself? How am I going to take care of other people? And that's very important. So yes, I'm Precious Kaniki, and I share a lot of personal life experience on my Facebook page, which is Precious Kaniki. Yeah. So I'm so happy to be among the inspiration women, and It's amazing. Thank you once again, Msonda.